Why did you decide to study in Russia?
I received a call from Samsung Electronics.
Because it's not a purely online program.
Most cases in real life, they will not even give you a chance to prove your financial skills.
So it's very... Нет, мне надо подумать.
Какую-то финансовую грамотность хочешь получить или что?
Программа не про финансовую грамотность. Здесь программа про то, как быть профессионалом и зарабатывать много денег. Быть красивой – это работа.
Это правда.
As it is fast-moving field where money flows, if you hang around it, some of them will come to you as well.
Долгие продолжительные аплодисменты, переходящие в несмолкаемые овации.
Hi, and welcome to Wishko Online podcast. My name is Елизавета Тихомирова, and I'm the editor of this podcast. And usually I sit on the other side of the camera, but today I welcome our new Master of Finance program, and I'm really glad to introduce our guests. They are Елена Dimova, the assistant professor of Higher School of Economics, and Kёnse Pak, the last year student of the program. Hello, colleagues.
Hi, Елизавета. It's really a pleasure to be here. Thank you for welcoming us.
My first question will be to you, Елена. Could you tell us about yourself in several words?
Yeah, sure. So this time I really enjoying teaching on the programs of the High School of Economics, starting from bachelor students, masters, and even MBA programs. And in parallel, I also have a career in business. So I'm a financial market professional and also make some decisions with regard to strategy of the firms. So that's my experience that I share with the students.
Thank you. It's really impressive that the real beauty and so much experience combined in one person.
Too many kind words.
And
True words, Professor.
And Kёnse, please, could you tell us about yourself?
Yes, I'm originally from South Korea. I am last year student in Master of Finance program, and currently I'm a leading financial specialist in Samsung Electronics, Russia.
Could you tell us about your previous educational background?
Yes. So, as this is master program, I also had bachelor's in Korea. I graduated one of top universities in Korea. However, my major was not connected to finance. It was actually English language and literature. So I made quite a big jump from my previous bachelor's to current finance master's.
That's why I want to ask you, why did you decide to make this big jump and go to a financial field?
Yes, at this time when I was finishing my bachelor's, I was co-founder of Korean cosmetics company. And while I was in this other job, I just understood that financial expertise, financial background, it is a must-have for management. So whether you want to run the company or whether you want to be in the management for the company, it doesn't matter. I just understood that financial background will get me far, whether I want to do a business or work for a business.
Was it hard to you to study finance after you studying literature?
Of course. So I'm sure some viewers and many people would know, but our educational system, we have emphasis on math from before. So my mathematical basics are quite strong, but still, I was in the English literature major. It's really different from finance. So in the beginning, it was a challenge to restart my engine, do calculations again. Yeah.
Why did you decide to study in Russia?
Well,
in Higher School of Economics University.
Yes. First, there was a personal reason behind why I chose Russia, first of all. Mm-hmm. And the second choice of why finance, I already told you, But why Higher School of Economics? It was really simple. Higher School of Economics is simply the best institution when it comes to finance. And so it was an easy choice. Also, this Master of Finance program is really flexible, which means I can work and study full-time. I actually have a group mate, my friend, who is currently working in New York and also in the same course.
Is he a native American?
No, he's Russian.
That's quite useful for him. And I want to ask you, what is the personal reason that you came to Russia? Is it love?
Yes. So my path to Russia was already decided. Initially, I was planning to stay here for 2 years while my current wife was finishing her medical university. But as you know, I got a new career track in Russia. My education is finishing soon in summer. However, I'm excited for my new career here. We were a long-distance couple for a while, and maybe some of the viewers might know, but Korea is just like Russia when it comes to army. All Korean guys need to go, at least healthy guys. And I have also went to Korean army. And it was the same timing as coronavirus, so I couldn't enter Russia anyways. And you know, when a girl waits for your army service, you should put a ring on her. And that's what I did.
Елена, I want to ask, what is your main role on the program? On
this master program, I teach a couple of the disciplines. So it's corporate finance and also entrepreneurship and financial environment. And also I supervise master thesis and some term papers. So we together develop some interesting projects as well. So very, very close to the educational process and to collaboration with students.
Could you provide some examples of, I don't know, maybe interesting master thesis of your students?
Yeah, they are all extremely interesting, because our students, they are really practically oriented. And typically the procedure of choosing the topic looks like that we as professors, we try to really keep an eye on what's going on the market. So what topics are really hot, what businesses are looking for. And we try to suggest the students the topics that really of some importance. And we also encourage them to really make a deep dive into the sphere that they really may choose for their future career. So, and that's a quite nice mix, makes the topics quite in demand when the students, they apply for some job positions. I can think of one case. Several years ago, all this environmental, social, and corporate governance agenda was just become to be a mainstream, and still not many companies have the certain departments.
In Russia?
In Russia, yeah, definitely. And again, because the topic was something like developing, we see that it will be a mainstream. One lady from our program really chosen this topic and was developing. And it was a really nice case because she applied to one of the business consultants company, and her boss, her future boss, was really impressed that she's so deep into the topic, and they had just the task to start exploring this. So that was an absolute match between the job requirements and the basically skills and knowledge that these students got through her developing her master thesis.
Was it your plan to write this master thesis and then got the job, or was it an accident?
Again, it's parallel processes because it's a master program, so and students don't have to physically be present at classes, so they are more flexible, and they may work, they may study, they while studying and working they may apply for other jobs. So that's really a non-stop process. When you develop your skills, you apply for better positions, and we help with this.
That's great. Then I want to ask Kёnse so that he could prove your words. Kёnse,
Yes, please. Check.
Tell us your story about how Samsung get you, or was it your...
My active search.
Yeah, was it your active search or is it anything else?
Yes. So as I was entering second year of master's program, I received a call from Samsung Electronics. I did have my resume online, but I was not actively applying to different companies. It was just there on the profile. But I received a call, got an invitation to come for an interview for my current position. And when I first heard leading financial specialist, I thought, wait, am I ready for this? Mm-hmm. And in the back of my mind, I thought, yeah, you're a master of finance. Just go for it. Everyone needs to learn fresh when they're in a new job anyways. Our professor, Елена Димова, just told us that there was a student who was actively researching one topic and it led to her future career, right? Mm-hmm. And I can prove on her words that it's true, because when I was starting a new job, if it wasn't for courses like corporate finance, which is also our professor's course, and those projects, worksheets, calculations based on real life, uses, if it would have been very difficult for me to begin if I didn't have such practices or experiences.
So that Елена Димова course of corporate finance, you can find the link below this video, helped you to comprehend the corporate finance.
Of course.
Could you tell us and our listeners if knowledge that you comprehend on this program help you in your real life, help you on your work?
Of course. Even if you won't be working in the financial field, even if you're starting your own business or just working for other roles in the company, financial knowledge can be a basis for everything. Because company is an organization that makes profit. And financial process behind it is for a human like a spine, in my opinion. It is the central for the company. So, yeah, whether you want to work for a company or you want to start one, this will be a good experience and good basis for future.
What do you usually do on your work as a leading financial specialist?
Oh, this I can only say everything related to financial process. Okay, so our team is also called control, which also means financial control. So behind this huge amount of capital that goes in and out of company, we are in control of everything. So whether it's doing a closing for the month, preparing financial statements, to doing a forecasting for that month, or forecasting for next 3 months, 6 months, we use actual data that we have on revenue, production. We just reference everything to prepare financial statements and predictions.
What about the teachers, professors on your Master of Finance program? Who are they?
I really adore our staff, definitely. Why? Because first of all, almost all the teachers, they are professionals. They have a real life experience, and basically they again do this stuff in parallel. They are employed in their current job, and they also support students and teach the different courses according to their key specialty. So also I would like to stress that we have the team that was built over the time, and today we have these core professionals that students are really appreciate their style, their depth of their knowledge, and how many things they can bring concerning the practical aspects of doing business. So that's really a treasure, I would say.
Who are your students? If they have also financial background, or if they, like Kёnse, had only a bachelor that doesn't relate to finance, could you tell us?
Now I'm just thinking that I've learned today so many things about the Kёnse that I can't answer your questions. I don't know who our students are, definitely, because it's something a black box. It's appeared, but definitely they have a very different background. Majority of the students, of course, come from some finance or economics-related disciplines. Some they come from mathematical disciplines, so have a very strong mathematical backgrounds. On the other case, we have a lot of the students who really thought that they need to make a really transfer from one sphere to another in their career. And I recall some students from, yes, the linguistics background, legal background, and they all claim that, yes, like a finance is a very broad area, and for instance they have an opportunity later to work as investment analyst, as macroeconomists or part of the macroeconomic teams, or they can go back to the corporation and work for the corporate finance department, or they just may be a chief financial officer in the startup company. So that's, or be on the other side, for instance, to be in the team of the investors who picks up the startups for their investment portfolio. So to sum up, we may say that the background is different. It's all about aspirations, where the students see themselves in the future. And yes, the finance provides such opportunity, definitely.
So you just help them to realize their goals.
Yeah.
But
I have no idea about their potential now. I see that it's really a black box. Something is hidden deep inside.
Is it hard to study online? Because I know there are many issues with motivation, with time management, and so on.
Yeah, it really depends on the student, I would say. When I just started master's program, I was actually learning from Korea. It was before I made the move to Russia. So even then, I had to account for time differences, for example, for live lectures. Or if there's a test and it has a timer on it, I should also account for time difference. So those could be challenges. But if you do your things with good time management, if you have a plan, it's not going to be a problem. I made a jump from English major, but still I managed to get a good grade.
Another.
Yes.
Yes, I see. Елена, could you tell us if there are any challenges to professor to teach students online?
Let me think of, okay, so for instance, the online program, in my view, is nicely structured because it's not the purely online program. So this is sort of the combined program when students, they study online materials, recorded sessions, and also do some practical work. However, also some live sessions are scheduled, and even in spite that they are delivered through like Zoom or some other the platform, still it's a good way for interaction. And we try, for instance, for a corporate finance course, for entrepreneurship, we try to use this time for a bit more advanced and sophisticated tasks. So that, of course, as for the online teaching, the tasks should be more or less standardized. However, through this live session, we have an opportunity to be a bit more advanced. For instance, calculations of financial modeling, and there are many sessions that are also scheduled online, so you don't feel like you are just alone studying recorded lectures. So there is a possibility to clarify something with professor.
The program based on SFA curriculum, but there are no abilities to pass the exam in Russia of CFA. Is the CFA certificate is still relevant?
Yes, definitely it is. So first of all, probably I elaborate on the importance of the CFA materials and why we use them so extensively. Because the CFA certificate is really an industry standard. So if the person wants to hire someone with the skills and knowledge in finance, this certificate will be really sort of the pass of some of the interviews, and this communicates the consistency of your knowledge, the really strong foundation that you are really financial professional. So, and moreover, these materials are updated annually based on the feedback of the companies and financial institutions that basically hire such professionals. That's why we still understand that that's important to update our courses and curricula with a reference to CFA Institute. As far as the passing exam issue is concerned, today the CFA Institute treats the students as an individual learners, so they still have an opportunity to pass exam, maybe in a bit different location, but still this opportunity exists. And we have a number of students that passed the level 1 recently, so no problems with this.
Kёnse, did you pass that exam?
I should try.
You should try.
I haven't tried yet.
Is it relevant to you to have an official education, official diploma of Master of Finance?
Yeah, of course. Just like our professor just mentioned about CFA program, having a diploma in Master of Finance gives you an opportunity to show companies that you have a skill set. Otherwise, you will need to prove it somehow. But most cases in real life, they will not even give you a chance to prove your financial skills if they don't see relevant diplomas. So I would say having a diploma means you can just show your skills instead of having to prove it.
What is the topic of your master thesis?
The topic of my master thesis is the fintech innovations and its impact on the banking business. And actually, my supervisor is also Елена Dimova, our professor here. And I'm excited to finish and finalize this research. It's still in the progress of writing it.
Would your work help you in your current job?
I would say fintech innovations are closer to banking than current corporate finance job that I have. However, of course, it can expand my reach in the future. Not that I'm thinking of moving company. And also, fintech innovations are the most exciting, I would say, front of financial innovation currently. Because fintech is not just about sending money quicker, it's also about cryptocurrency, blockchain technology, and many other things that traditional banking business has trouble accepting currently. But it is the most important thing as well.
Was it your idea to write about fintech, or Was it your, Елена, idea?
Pushed my interest over the students.
I was choosing the most interesting topic for me in choices of topics, which also happened to be from Елена Димова.
Maybe I would like to add to what Kёnse said. When we talk about the fintech, so we see that today many corporations, they are all in one. So for instance, today they develop e-commerce, and they find it's quite comfortable and to build into the vertically integrated company that basically they also have their own facilities like financial and banking services and payment services, transactions, because that gives them competitive advantage. So today the fintech may be applied not only in the banking but basically in the corporate business. So if we consider the future and perspectives.
I would like to know why this program is use English language to cooperate with students. Why all the courses in English? Could you tell me, please, Елена or Кёнсе?
No, I may start with my vision because, again, I also the financial market professional. I worked for Thomson Reuters. It's the international global firm, the intelligence data provider. And also I had my MBA degree in United Kingdom. So that's, I can say that I am really like a professional that may potentially work in different companies across the globe. So therefore, here we may say that if you could demonstrate the level of the knowledge and prove it that it meets the industry standards across the globe. If you have soft skills in communication with the different natures and within different cultures, if you can work on the projects in a really multinational firm and make this project a success, this is what is required. So that's why the Master of Finance is a really nice combination as really strong financial background, project work, students from different cultures and different environment, and like future perspectives to work in multiple places, both in Russia and maybe in some multinational companies.
Kёnse, could you tell us some hints what skills you should develop to become a real professional?
Good question. Fundamentally, I would say strong mathematical skills. Quantitative skills are really important because math is backbone of finance. And generally wide understanding of macroeconomics, things like currency exchange, how one thing affects another. All those things are necessary if you want to be a financial professional. And to be more realistic, you should use Excel without using mouse. Everything on keyboard.
Everything on keyboard.
Yes.
Is it faster?
Definitely faster and looks cooler as well.
Yeah, I see. Елена?
Yeah, I would like also to add, because today on the market there is such a skills as financial modeling, valuation. They are really in high demand. For instance, for startup companies, that's a quite important skill when they need to pitch their project to the venture capitalists. They need really to build a financial model. Also, on the other side, the venture capitalists, they also form the portfolio of their investments, picking up the startups that also do their own financial modeling to understand how much money to pay for these startups. Today, also, many companies, they develop through mergers and acquisitions approach. And here we can say that, again, this is a task for the financial analyst really to prepare the deal, to make evaluation of the target company, and really to calculate the deal price. So to put the long story short, we see that many companies, they really demand the evaluation skills, the financial modeling skills, and in this program we put a very huge emphasis on that through the different projects, not even necessarily within the corporate finance course, but also through the portfolio management course and through the evaluation of the just separate asset classes as well. And of course, Excel is forever.
Forever.
However, some
Forever
things
Excel.
are also today programmed using Python. So we also try to implement these new approaches to solving standard tasks through using the Python.
I want to ask my last but not the least question. What should you recommend for our listeners to read, to see, to watch for deep understanding of your field?
Probably I can start. So because I've talked a lot about evaluation, so I definitely would like you to be aware of Aswad Damodaran. This is a quite respectful professor of the Stern University who is many years into evaluation. And on his website, it is possible to find many numerous templates for the financial modeling for different cases, starting from startups to a very mature, huge company. So that's really a quite valuable resource of the data, information, and tutorials for those who want to develop the evaluation skills. I also have one tip for ladies. Because sometimes it's really difficult for ladies to go through their career. And there is one book, let me recall the name, Nice Girls Don't Get the Corner Office. So the corner office is office which are occupied by bosses. So this means that for nice girls who want to be pleasant to everyone, who just really can't express her own opinion, or who's shy to share her ideas, that might be much more difficult to grow and build their career. So therefore, this book really has many nice tips and mistakes that basically we do on the daily basis that I really advise you to go through this book. It's not very huge, so just like that. Yeah, so I guess it will help nice girls to get the corner office.
Kёnse, could you tell us how many girls are on the corner, on their offices in Samsung, on the top
In
level?
leading
In the top level,
positions,
in the
I
leading
guess.
positions.
In the leading positions, there are, but corner offices, I'm not sure.
What should you recommend to our listeners, what to read or what to watch to be the better version of yourself?
I think book that was personally really impactful for me was Rich Dad, Poor Dad. It's a really famous book. I'm sure many viewers have also heard of it. It highlights how your frame of thought about finance and how to approach personal wealth can change not just yourself, but generational wealth. And I think everyone starts in a different position, but having a financial mindset through such books is really important, even if you're not a financial professional. Yeah, so it's for everyone.
Let's give us some final words in our podcast. Елена, do you have some?
I would like to really give you some vision about the development of the finance industry. So it's really booming. And we can see that there are more and more tasks for financial market professionals, because just if we consider the process of the digitalization, that today more companies that really try to automatize as many processes as possible. But actually, as for the finance professionals, they need to estimate if the investments and outcomes they really balance, right? Let's put it this way. Also, for instance, we know that today new financial instruments appear on the market, structured products, some cryptocurrency and crypto-related assets. Basically, new digital currencies is going to be issued by the central bank. And in this respect, again, this requires a quite specific knowledge and skills that the financial market professionals may develop and really have a high salary for their expertise.
That's great. Kёnse, do you have some final words?
Yeah, I also agree with everything Professor just said. Finance is definitely interesting field. It is more approachable than what most people think if they have a passion for it. And as it is fast-moving field where money flows, if you hang around it, some of them will come to you as well.
Some will come. All right. Thank you very much for coming here. I'm
Thank
really
you for
glad.
inviting.
Thank you for the invitation.
It was really a pleasure to talk with you. And for our listeners, I would like to remind that you can follow us, Вышка Online. You can follow our social media, YouTube channel, ВКонтакте, Telegram channel. And also you can follow HEC Banking Institute Telegram channel and YouTube channel. All needed links you will find below this video. Thank you for your attention and goodbye.